small that list is now.
5 seconds remaining.
I think we're like eight heroes who haven't been picked.
Death Prophet is actually not that bad pick here. But you're pretty cooldown reliant if you have DP and Void together.
Yeah.
I still like the Lina overall. Seems solid.
You need heroes who also can move from the mid and invade against the Alchemist. The same way we saw Samael deal with the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Unless you just put Wind Ranger in the mid.
They're a bit limited in terms of invasion just because of how bad Void and Disruptor are at getting these fights that early. Like when they're level 4, what's a level 4 Void going to do? What's level 4 Disruptor going to... I mean, it's okay, but not fantastic. The other heroes, they have a pretty okay at it, but... I don't know. I think Lina seems very stable. Is Pugna in?
Pugna is in.
Pugna could be a thing.
VP's choice.
Or the TA.
Templar Assassin.
I did mention that one earlier as an option, so we got it covered. We got it covered. Just mention all the heroes.
Yeah, you used to be the one that gave me crap for doing that.
Now
I love Solo's mount. You like the Mirana mount, but that mount looks sick.
That's pretty sick, yeah. It's time for Echo Slam with no shaker in the game. Thank you very much.
Very appropriate voice lines.
So Templar Assassin against Alchemist will be getting a lot of farm, obviously. I don't think it's the absolute worst matchup for Alc in terms of him getting his, but TA will be free farming. And in this game, there aren't the best counters to refraction across the board from paiN Gaming. They don't have those damage over time abilities where you're like, oh man, TA is just going to get toasted if she gets caught by this. There's Fiend Script that's annoying, and a potential combo with Pangolier getting Swashbuckle, which hits 4 times, and some rolling action. But until Alchemist has Radiance, I think this is going to be a great game for no one, actually. I have confidence in him taking over this game on the TA. Looks like a nice TA game.
I just want to see the momentum that Weeha is able to achieve with the Alchemist. How many camps are going to get stacked up here? How many can be contested as well? So that's probably going to be on the supports. Solo invade into the jungle pretty early on, get some good observer wards down, and actually see where Weeha's movement is. See the work that's been done by Duster to actually stack camps.
Yeah, it's you know, I've said this many a time in previous casts in the past. When Alchemist is in the game, it's an Alchemist game. Yeah. Every game with this hero as a core, he is the centerpiece for both teams. You don't just pretend he doesn't exist. If you're the team with Alchemist, you help Alchemist, you stack camps for Alchemist, you ward for Alchemist, and you protect Alchemist. If you're the team who's against Alchemist, you pick Tiny mid, and you run at him and dive him in his tier 3. Apparently, that's what EG did, which was very effective in that game. Yeah, but that's the way you go. So we'll definitely see VP make some aggressive movements to try to shut down Weeha's Alc. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see where they move. For now, laning-wise, Tavo will not be going to the offlane. He'll be on the safe lane for paiN Gaming. Just had to let it finish. In towards the mid will be a Weeha as the Alchemist, then offlane. It is Duster's Chen, which actually looks almost like he's riding Lycan at the moment. baiN, played by King RD, and HFN offlane Weaver against the safe lane of Ramsey's Faceless Void. Roger back on his Dark Willow. No one's Templar Assassin. Actually pinging. Is he looking for his spray? Solo. He's got himself a Observe Ward waiting around mid. Pasha's playing up on the top lane, and he'll be the Wind Ranger. And that is our lineups. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck.
Normally. 30 seconds.
Curious to see where Chen puts his focus in this game. For now, Duster is posed up in the bottom area to maybe put pressure on Void's lane. And, well, that would leave Tavo completely alone top against Wind Ranger Disruptor. He will get destroyed by this
actually
lane.
Coming for Ramses. Ramses doesn't see up the hill, so he's going to walk into him. He might have to level up Time Walk just to get away. He's taking considerable damage already, but he has to wait for the rune. No, he doesn't. So Roger goes up. He'll have his TP scroll in 11 seconds time. So HFN stands on the rune. VP get all 4 bounty runes. So they will wait out.
Oh, that's great. He's not going to die either.
Yeah, into Shadow Realm and then just straight TP out. They try and Shakuji through him, and it still won't be enough.
I really like when people use chat wheel well. You know, when it fits. That's funny. This spam every game is I'm not as big a fan of. That was great.
King RD gives him the respect and even tips him some extra points. Smoke movement from Disruptor, so Solo's already going in behind the tower. He is the master at sniping out couriers. He's probably going to look for Weeha's one. He's got Salve queued up, and the courier's not making his way out just yet. Didn't realize as well, that's a pretty cool looking courier for paiN Gaming. We'll check out cosmetics later. After the fanfare.
Yep. You'll be hearing that a lot.
Solo's, yeah, you will be. Solo's made his way up towards the top lane. Dust is going to try and zone him out. He did go for that early level up in Penitence. When he tries to throw it out just onto Ramsey's, caused some problems is all. weeha's finally had that salve arrive. The Observer Ward was planted inside the tree, so it was blocking any kind of potential pull, as well as creep possibilities for Duster. KingRD's actually quite low. Pasha's power shot harassment must have been really working, and then you shackle him up. Line up the power shot, won't happen. KingRD interrupts it with a nightmare. While up on top lane, it's Ramsey and HFN being really low, and this makes my observing a little bit more nervous.
This bottom lane is really VP favored by picks. Pangolier is a weak laner. That's one of his biggest problems in the game. And Windranger is a strong laner, so they should be having a very good time. They're also putting on the good pressure up top on HFN. He'll have to flask this off after all the Thunderstrike casts from solo. Has the magic stick, so he'll have a couple more where they came from. Actually, the clarity will be broken here by HFN. Nice move. A little bit of pressure. Tickle him there with Geminate attack. And Duster is now going to rotate in from the right. Solo's got to be careful here.
Yeah, with a Hellbear Clap, if he can get it in range in time. And he's...
Betcha he can.
Yeah, he's definitely... That's Solo dead. Climbs him up. Duster spills first blood. And Ramses has lost his support on top lane.
Penitence with that 8-second duration. It is so strong. Incredible spell.
It's crazy that's what it is at level 1.
Yeah, it is so good.
Like, flat 8-second duration. So Penitence again. Just keep beating into him. Let the Hellbear do its clap. Ramses has to time walk it off while on bottom lane. Tavo, he's diving in deep. What a surprise. It's Tavo. Pasha gets the shackle over onto baiN. Maybe Roger can get a bit of a rebuttal. But KingRD stays in the trees, away from any kind of vision. He had a couple of stick charges available as well.
Yep, Roger was a bit too far away there to help Pasha, and they took advantage of it, diving the tower. So, nice read from paiN. Good aggressive play. Mid lane, haven't talked about it too much yet. No one is destroying weeha as expected. I mean, destroying might be a slight exaggeration, but he is very far ahead. No one's 17 and 11 to the 9 and 2 of weeha.
It's the way the Alchemist works though, right? Like, he's okay to just take this hit for now because you're going to catch up in net worth. As long as you're not losing experience, which is the 11 denies.
Yeah. It's pretty big for no one to get all these denies in this.
That's actually a full level difference.
Yeah.
And it's not even because the heroes rotated and stolen any experience.
No, just raw deny.
Okay, Duster, stop spamming that. How is that 70 mana as well? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, torn away, Tavo. Rogers actually moving up around the side. HFN in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have Shukuchi. A couple of stick charges available. Ramses is hoping for a bit of a lock, and with the disruption wall up, Ramses does get the kill. Solo cleaning up the bugs. Well, I was talking about that, Roger. Well, I talked about it, and he actually found the kill on bottom lane.
Seems like HFN got caught off guard by Ramses having the skill point. He probably didn't expect that he would go 1-1-1 build. Most voids in these games go 2-0-1, but just the value of dilation in this game, you definitely... I'm a big fan of him skilling it here to have that one value point. Give them a kill.
weeha is such a happy man right now. KingRD may be just as happy if he can, with the 2 points in Brain Sap. He'll start with the Nightmare, hit him a couple of times, and then just Brain Sap, not enough. Roger, another Bramble. Keeps KingRD away, and okay, he actually gets hit by the other Bramble too. As she taunts her way to safety.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Close call. Yeah, Alk got the perfect camp. The dream camp for Alchemist is the golems, because they split. You get so much extra gold from the Greevil's Greed, from the little ones.
paiN are going to take 3 of the bounty runes. It was Ramses who committed him with Time Walk. HFN can't go anywhere. He got hit by Time Dilation, so his cooldowns take forever. But Penitence, he's got Time Walk in 3 seconds time. 3 seconds will be too long for Ramses to be able to escape.
Instant tip.
You got to tilt him the whole way. While no one He actually caught out Weeha. Weeha came back to the lane, still not level 6, didn't have the regeneration available.
He needs sentries in mid. When you're playing against TA, you need to have the sentries pre-placed when TA is about to hit level 6, or this will happen. No one level 7. 34 and 19.
They shackle up on bottom. Tavo's in trouble. Has to swashbuckle himself up, but the damage output from Roger.
Should have just let me.
It's only 1 point, 2 points, sorry, it is up, actually in the Shadow Realm. Solo thinking about the glimpse on the Weaver. Timing was a little bit wrong for it, though. Oh, King RD, you don't want to be part of that. Especially when no one's able to get the denial side blade hit onto you. And Weeha's back into farm mode. Roger trying to cause problems for him. Brambles everywhere. And they'll burn the shrine. Roger, Curse Crown will allow him just to escape from King RD. There's no real chase going on.
Oh, Tavo missed the swashbuckle. Completely whiffed it. Could have maybe been a kill if that connected. So then he could have followed up with the shield crash, but no cigar. Top tower, however, looks to be claimed here by paiN.
Yep. Time dilation from Ramses. HFN's in a little bit too deep, so wall is up, movement speed is low, and HFN with the penitence. Ramses will have to time walk himself away, so Dire actually take the tower up on top. No one's trying to finish the tower in the mid, but that's why King RD is twitching in the trees. Hoping for a little bit of disable. And to cause some problems for no one. Tavo.
Do get that sentry down in mid.
Windrun and focus fire. He feels very heavily pressured.
Yeah. This is looking great for VP. You look at the gold, and it's like paiN are a little bit ahead, but they've also claimed a tower and they have an alchemist. So if they are just balancing this game like this, it's fine.
Great TA trap. Well, it already does the original damage, made it difficult for him to run away, and Solo finds the kill.
Tower gone.
And with the Observer Ward, oh, he's actually gonna almost claim him, 7 HP. The Bramble won't hit. They know Alchemist is low. Roger almost was able to snipe out the Alchemist. And meanwhile, Alchemist is farming, and he got bottle charges. All right.
He goes level 6.
Oh, okay, Tavo. Wide ball. Don't think he actually wanted to hit that anyway.
Exactly, he didn't want to hit that. I think that was on purpose. Lots of extra gold for Wii. This is a double golem camp. Look at the money.
Right, it's starting to real rack up.
Well, he got a farmed camp. He's rich, and still 1,100 gold behind TA. No one is fat. He is so farmed this game.
Rams actually chronoed HFN underneath the tier 2 tower. More surprisingly, HFN was underneath the tier 2 tower. He went real deep. Radiance build is going to be the name of the game for Weeha after having the treads in Aquila. Templar Assassin's going to go directly in for Desolator.
You want to give a guess for the timing on Deso? What do you think?
Let's see. The towers to be brought down. I'm going to say 11 minutes.
Okay. That's really fast.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good time. No one basically has complete free farm this game. And they knew it. They had the info they needed. They knew it was an Alchemist mid. Nobody else wants to go to play that lane, so advantage of last pick in this situation.
HFN is also having a good time, though. Like, okay, maybe not for the death underneath the tier 2 tower, but he's also had a lot of that top lane all by himself. It's not like the Alchemist has to try and bring everything back. Bane, Brain Sap will give him a little bit more life. Tambo with a jump forward. Ramses doesn't have Chronosphere, but that time dilation causes problems for paiN just to bail out of here. They initiated with so many abilities that he just can't outrun it. But Talvo can swashbuckle away.
Good kills.
Yeah, Wind Ranger. No one needs to slow him down.
2 for
Oh,
2.
this will work. Glimpse into the Meld Strike, and Dust has got no armor. There's no one with a little bit of extra cash.
Was a secret I could no longer.
They're going up to Tavo.
Yeah, they don't want to let him have the bounties.
The wall is
Pressure
up.
him away.
It's a good Chen army, however, just sitting on the hillside. No one can't push it. Ramses wants to. Time dilation's on cooldown for the moment. Ramses comes a lot of damage, but just shrugs it off with a time walk. Meanwhile, up on top lane, Roger being hunted as he goes for his own, tries to defend his own bounties. Whew.
A golden thread.
That power shot really hits hard.
Remember when I talked about power shot versus Weaver?
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's a level 4 power shot max charge there, so.
Rewoven.
450 magic damage nuke. It's basically Lacuna Blade.
Oh, Duster. Penitence is up. So is Chrono in 6 seconds' time. Tavo, King RD, they're all around. You got Disruptor on the way. Storm is available for solo. He'll have to use it instantly to cancel the Fiend's grip. It's already too late. Ramses has fallen, and paiN looking to capitalize on the mistake. Solo can't get up the hill. Both players go down.
A couple of extra kills for them. They're doing well. Overall,
more space as well for Weehar to continue his farm.
That is why this is important. These moves succeeding is good in it on its own. But having an Alchemist that benefits from the space is why it's really useful. Weehar's catching up in a big way right now, closing in on the Relic.
Yeah, 600 gold.
And they're still pushing bottom at the same time. This is good stuff. This is how you play with Alchemist. You make moves
but now
on the
they
map
waited
pressure.
too long. Jump up, Chronosphere perfectly on the market. Doesn't grab the Chen creeps, however, and Solo doesn't actually have the ultimate. With Hand of God, had they bought enough time, a Nightmare can hold back one person, and that one person is no one. The Shackles, so much support arrives. Tavo swashbuckles down, but he's got the Curse Crown on him. He cannot continue the run away. Ramses and Ranger finding the kills. TP back to safety was successful for King RD. But Alchemist not involved. Weaver still farming top. Are you actually happy with that? Like, that's just Chrono down again for like 2 minutes.
I think that's fine for paiN. They, like you said, sure, they lose a couple of heroes, but the involvement from VP there was massive. They brought so many heroes while HFN and Weehar were farming the whole time, I think.
And Weehar's now, like, he's got enough money for a Relic.
Oh, Golem camp again.
Yep.
He's getting his fair share of luck here. The camp. The Alch camp. On this spawn.
Kura's already bringing the Relic over now. Yep. No time being wasted. At this rate, you'll have the Radiance by 13.
Yeah, not bad considering he got destroyed in lane. Oh, a little bit extra.
Yeah.
TA trap. Usually get 25 gold. He got, what was that? 61 for that?
Sure.
Oh, was it? No, did he get, how much did he get? Plus 28, I think? Yeah.
I didn't see exactly.
Yep. 61 gold for a TA trap. Not bad.
Like, they're going to get the money for the bottom tower as well.
Oh, he got the trolls to spawn skeletons. He is getting everything the way he wants it right now. Except that one little creep.
Roger's going for him. No one. They have a glimpse. They'll pull him back over into the Cursed Crown. Bonus damage. Chemical Rays just came back off cooldown. He'll get it off, but cannot regenerate in time. Even bigger because it sets back. He could not buy the recipe in time.
Yeah.
So Radiance is not up.
Solo got the last hit on that one. That's a big amount of gold. And this is the, in a way, the biggest weakness of Alchemist. It's one thing he's not that strong in lane, but kills on him are so valuable because of how he's almost always going to be ahead on net worth. You've got to be careful as Alch to not give away too many kills. Deaths are one thing, but the gold you give to the enemy team.
Courier kill.
Oh, yep.
Got it.
Speaking of giving the enemy team stuff. There you go. Did it have the Relic on it?
No.
Okay, so Alch at least didn't.
The Relic was already delivered when they were killing off Alchemist. That was doing a delivery down south towards paiN.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But paiN Gaming, like they knew where VP were moving. Radiant scanning, looking for where paiN are farming. But Alchemist goes back to mid lane to farm up the remainder of his Radiance, and the rest of paiN are all on bottom lane.
Normally.
The natural response to a pause.
Yeah, I have time to hit different buttons. That's what you do.
What's Ramses going to do with his gold? He's had the gold for... Oh, wait, never mind. I am seeing TA's gold when I click Ramses. How much gold does he have?
Ramses has 1,800.
How do you know?
Because Wait, what the hell?
Because when a hero is disconnected, when you click it, the gold that you see is the gold of the hero you clicked before.
Yeah, it said 1,800.
So I was wondering. I was like,
exactly
what is he saving
thing.
up for? He could finish his Mask of Madness, but yes. Yeah, there we go. He's getting it now. Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, little things you learn. HUD doesn't update when game is paused.
Radiant's bottom
lane. TP in from TA. Looking to force back paiN Gaming. And they will retreat.
Oh, mid lane.
Yeah, Rogers.
Can they kill this guy?
If Pasha can get a good shackle, then I would say yes, because then they can follow up with a perfect bramble. And the shackle, it's there, into a terrorize, and showing no chemical rage can come in. Nightmare, it actually cancels for half a second. Then chemical rage Fiend's Grip, it's a full turnaround. The Nightmare was even taken off by Pasha, allowing them to hold him in place and just charge through. Tavu! Rolling Thunder. Working perfectly.
Yep. 1 kill for Weehaw.
And Solo has to glimpse him away.
Time is money.
Bounty Rune was grabbed. So all 4 for VP once again. It's a lot of gold. Obviously added value getting the bounties when you're playing against Alchemist, because he gets a lot more gold from them than the other heroes do. So very good news for VP that they got all 4 there. And finally Weehaw has now overtaken TA. It took him 15 minutes.
They're jumping after Duster. Can't find the Lions to hit him though, because they don't see up the hill. That's the problem. And Faceless Void goes the wrong way. They have to go the other way where the Observer Ward is. They'll see Tavo, Weehaw, and King RD all go under it. They really want to fight. Mask of Madness up for Ramses. Roshan's available, and that's where they'll be headed next.
We haven't seen much of HFN this game. I don't know if I like this item build. I feel like it's a bit of a remnant of the past going Lincolns like this. What we see most of the Weavers do is they rush for high-value items. They get Dragonlance, they get Maelstrom, and then they get Ags in a lot of the games we've seen. And like this, HFN, he's taking a long time to build up, and he has an Alchemist that needs to build up.
That's a double damage over on no one. The Centaur stun definitely reveals this fact. As Centaur dies, we even cops 2 Psionic Traps and a Psyblade spill damage.
Gotta be very wary of Pangolier in this position on the map.
Yeah.
He's so good in the pit.
There's bugs across all of VP too, so King RD nuked down by no one. 2 hits will do the work. Pangolier bouncing around Pasha, goes through the Dark Willow as well, so Weehaw will find that kill, but Ramses, the rebuttal, the double chrono, no one lines it up, and he's actually spilled damaging through so hard! Duster wants to run away,
wow,
but right now, no one could not have had this any better.
Get out.
Structures are fortified.
And get into the Roche pit. But again, so in this situation, just awesome spellcasting from VP in this situation. Really, really nicely done. I would still like to see from paiN that, you know, oh, he's going to get out now.
Yep.
When you have Alchemist, we talked about how we really like the way the other heroes were playing aggressively in bottom, making space, pressuring. Weaver is building like he's the true position 1 this game. But that's Alchemist. When Alchemist is in the game as a core, he's number 1. Alka number 1. That's just how it is. So you gotta, I think you gotta build a less ambitious item build on Weaver. Get something faster. Join your team. In this fight, for example, who knows? If he has a Maelstrom and a Dragonlance instead of this almost finished Lincolns, perhaps that could have been the X factor in that fight that would have swung it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I just, it looks, I'm not a fan of this game of this way of doing it. It's
Tavo.
very greedy.
They just had to have the vision. Tavo tries to rolling thunder away. Does it actually have a timing where it dodges glimpse?
The
rolling thunder?
Well, if you get it off, you're magic immune when it's rolling.
Yeah, so it would have actually cancelled it at the time, but couldn't get it off in time.
Big kill here for paiN. They find the Faceless Void. Kill goes to Weehaw. He's going to continue pushing out top, running down that lane, working on his Manta style. So going for the classic Alchemist build with, of course, the nowadays very popular Ring of Aquila that we see on lots of heroes being purchased in this tournament.
VP are on the hunt. Trying to find their target, and Weehaw presents himself nicely. Concoction locked in, even the golems hold him in position. And a 1.5 second cooldown, that concoction.
Sorry, boss. Nice.
Is Razil his boss?
Huh?
Razil's the little guy that rides on the back. Oh, Roger. Yeah. Tavo just looking for the solo kill.
There's nothing to connect with. Oh, that's ambitious.
Meanwhile, HFN finds Ramses in the mid. Okay, yeah. Ramses gets rid of the Scarab Beetle pretty quickly.
But yeah, the guy on top of the ogre is called Razil, right? Razil
Yes.
Dark Brew or something.
Yeah, it's Razil.
Yeah.
Razil is his name.
Oh, is that Timbers? No, Timbers is called Rizrank or something.
Yeah.
They have some weird names. Those Oglodi? Is that Oglodi or not Oglodi? No,
Oglodi?
Axes and a Glody. They're not a Glody. What are these? Are they just gnome? Is he a gnome?
I
guess he's just a gnome or a
he
goblin.
looks like a gnome.
Or a goblin. He might be a goblin. I don't know. No, a Glody is Axe's kin. I don't know who else is a Glody. I forgot. Ask Slacks.
Yeah, he does not look like an Eclodian. Unless
Oh, they're
he's...
Keen, I think. I just saw someone say it's Keen. Yeah, Keen.
Keen.
Keen. Keen Gaming.
Sure.
Bottom tower?
Yeah, HFN's taking it. Ramsey's Chrono Duster. He's already sending him back. HFN, he needs a little bit more time, and he has got it. Away to safety.
Close call.
MVP.
The hidden ones have blessed me.
Blink Dagger for Wind Ranger. Initiation time for Pasha.
Well, he's nailing the shackles every time, so if he can position himself easier, he'll nail them every more time.
Well, he may not have a life in a second. Nope, blinks away.
Convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. They knew he was there too. The Observer Ward was down.
Man, no one is so far. I still can't get over how he's keeping up with an Alchemist as TA. Nobody really keeps up with Alk, but his farm is so enormous this game.
It's not like even Weehar's been held back. Like, he's still been farming up inside the jungle. Yeah, he's had to transition a little bit.
He's got 4 deaths and no one has 0. That has an impact. It makes a difference, believe it or not.
Yeah. No one did grab...
didn't get the side.
No one did actually grab 6 kills as well.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is
Now
under
they fortify as the TA trap triggers on the creep wave.
are fortified.
The mid lane, Blink Shackle, using the range creep just to hold Duster in position. And then stylishly wind running focus firing. Trade-off may be the top tower though. HFN's going to enter the base.
Yeah.
We're 21 minutes in, and it's the Weaver who's hitting into the tier 3 tower. Catapult, range creeps, they have no fortification available.
Damn, he's doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, and Ramses has no Chronosphere to really stop him.
Half a tower. He got 2/3 actually.
Yeah, and the catapult's not done.
Damn.
One more. Mid lane. Pasha was looking for the shackle, but once again, Nightmare makes them change their target. Solo puts down the ultimate, but it's all no one in the back lines. At least it's a nightmare for him. He has to wait a little longer. Pasha frees him from his bonds, and yep, Aegis is gone. No one triggers the BKB. Worrying about Roger, who's still got the Terrorize available. Duster has no life available. 3 hits to do the job. Pasha, HFN, he wants this. The shackle! Pasha hits him invis, blinks away, and then TP's away to safety. Tavo can't reach him, and now they're going for more kills. VP, Roger, Ramsey, Solo, all together. Maybe they can find something here, but the Chronosphere, it'll lock all 3 players from paiN Gaming. Next level indeed. Pangolier, he'll be locked up, but they want HFN, and he'll jump back into the TA traps and the Terrorize. All the control VP can muster. They dish out.
That was so close from Ramses. I thought he was going to chrono a lot earlier than that, but just barely got it off, and then time walked off his full HP bar, basically. Healed himself like a good 1200 there.
Oh, King
basically, with that patience... Oh, and he's dead.
How many shackles can Pasha land?
Tower is under attack.
Styling on him here. Super nice plays all around from VP.
Dire's middle tower has
Just
fallen.
feels like no one is an unstoppable force. I guess BKB comes off cooldown. That's 9 seconds now, and he's looking at the MKB. Straight up heavy hitter. And Solo's ready to gain vision control. Whoop, hello, Weeha. He found his target. Tavo will come in to help out. At the same time, Chen dies.
Feels good getting 3-shot by TA. I'll tell you from experience, it's a really nice feeling.
And you survived 3 shots?
You're just walking around, trying to place a ward, and this guy comes in, it's like... What are you gonna do? Oh,
No one.
no one testing his PKB. It works.
Yep, hits HFN, and that also works. HFN thinks, oh, maybe I can go back in for this fight. Weeha was looking for the fight up on top. Doesn't dodge his concoction with the Manta style. But they are getting momentum on that top lane once again. Trying to relieve the tension of VP surrounding their base. With VP just over the course of the last 10 minutes have really grabbed a chokehold in this game.
One of me ain't enough.
And VP are going to keep trying to control the map until the next Roshan, which they want to claim. And then they probably want to try to end the game with that, actually. But...
Oh, no one.
Oh,
actually,
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. He's got refraction up.
Yep.
I also realized, too, he switched off MKB. He's going in for a Daedalus. Straight pop kill.
Yep.
It's going to hit bottom lane. Hard. HFN. All right, they'll chrono him. He actually didn't need to do that. There was 6 seconds left on Chikuchi, and he didn't have time lapse. So, message was sent.
I think he didn't have time lapse because he got dilated, right?
Yep.
So he must have been close. I mean,
Close to dilation.
Ramses doesn't know
wearing
this.
off. Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't know for sure if he can pull that kill off or not. So better safe than sorry.
Concocts as quick as he can. Tavo runs right over the top of the Dark Willow. Weehaw would like to go for a little bit more. He's actually bringing the Curse Crown in. Roger terrorizes them away. The Shackles just keeping paiN out of this fight, but it won't keep Tavo out. Jumps and shield crushes down onto Roger. Still a 1-for-1 trade-off. The Weaver died before.
They got the bounties though. VP got all the bounties again against Alchemist. They're putting a lot of emphasis on this.
Concoction needs the target.
Oh, he
finds
found
Pasha. Tavo swashbuckling.
I think Tavo got fogged for a moment. He wanted to shackle Wee on that concoction, but we just fogged him for a moment there in the tree line. Yeah, that's some easy money for him.
Yeah, Weed's going to push bottom lane. There's no tier 2 tower down here, so they don't claim that. In fact, maybe they want to remove that tier 1 tower from mid lane. Roshan's up in 2 minutes' time, and they will want to try and clean off the area.
Remember, by the way, in this game, it's a 4K gold lead for VP, but it is against an Alchemist. And generally, Alchemist lineups are supposed to be clearly ahead on gold. So this lead for VP is bigger than it looks. They are very far ahead in this game. If they can just keep control and keep scaling toward the late game. Alchemist also falls off as a hero. We're not there yet. He obviously has lots of room to grow.
Yep.
But at this time, this is when Alchemist likes to peak and have 3 or 4 items, and Weehaw is just...
Solo's ready to fight. Storm comes up, but Alchemist gets his Chemical Rage off, so Weehaw can stand inside the Storm. Wants to prepare a little bit more as Tavo into the back lines, just bouncing through practically everyone, but no one also at the back lines. King RT protects himself thanks to the extra Nightmare, but how long until the chrono? 10 seconds before it's up. That may be 10 seconds too long, or maybe not when no one arrives. They have the Sentry Ward, so HFN couldn't just hide inside of Chikuchi. But it's disrupted to go down. He burned his big ultimate.
Yeah, they wanted to try to hold that tower, but without Chronosphere, it's really hard. And paiN Gaming going for this play knowing that the Chrono is still on cooldown after Weaver's death bottom. So they take full advantage. I'm not sure if that was some miscommunication by VP there, whether Chrono was up or not, or if Solo hoped that they could defend the tower.
It just looked like a good opportunity. But
yeah,
if Chemical Rage didn't come off, then that would have been the fight for VP.
It was definitely possible if they managed to catch him in the storm before the ulti from Alk, but not the case.
How does no one have so much? Like, he's already looking at his MKB now after finishing the Daedalus.
Well, yes. Oh, let's see.
He has 10 kills with 0 deaths.
He's 10-0 and has 10 CS per minute. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Roche about to spawn. 10 seconds. VP know that I believe this is close to max timer, so they know that it will be about to spawn.
They have the trap anyway, so they drum charge up. They're looking for a hero kill.
Oh, can they get a glimpse here?
They'll need to have the vision, however.
Weehaw.
Okay, they got the vision now, but they'll glimpse it back up, but Weehaw will walk into it. He has the Chemical Rage up, and Tavo, the perfect run through. He'll Yule Scepter and then crush back down again. Weehaw will still end up going down to no one. The Tavo's control with the Fiend's Grip. They can get something, which is over on Roger, but Ramses, he's gone through this entire fight without having to use the Chrono, and they've still got 3 kills. Now he'll use it, trying to save his Disruptor. King RD cannot get in range. In fact, he's in range of no one. Glimpse him back over. No one says thank you very much. Melt Strike. And they go high ground. Screw Roshan.
This will be a really expensive hold. 2 buybacks. It's not enough. 3 buybacks.
And VP will say, okay.
Okay, that'll do. Oh, will it? No one's still here.
There's money to be claimed.
I don't like this creep wave. Let's just one-shot that head out. Straight to Roche they go. 4 on 3 for 30 seconds, and they probably feel very confident, especially because they see Alchemist in mid. They're going to trap him up, slow him down. Will be purged off by Chemical Rage, but this also means that when Weehaw connects to the Roche pit, if he does...
His Chemical Rage will be on low.
It's going to be, running out. So he didn't even make it there.
So, Aegis in the hands of no one. Cheese for Ramses. And no one almost has the money to finish up the MKB.
Tavo is exceptionally good in Pangolier, by the way. If you're seeing these fights, he's making them look really competitive because he is just pretty much playing perfectly with his... That fight, he got the triple stun, I think it was, on the Void, and then he got a double stun after on 2 others.
He really, really wants it. The TA Trap is watching where paiN Gaming is, and that's why they do their jump forward, chasing after the Dark Willow. She's already down to A little bit lower, and Tavo nails it, but can't finish it. Maybe he can with the bug concoction. Money for Weeha.
Yep.
And he's now gone the extra, so level 20 Arise for Alchemist, plus 400.
That talent is super strong.
How much is that's 800 damage for a concoction.
8-second cooldown. And
Sure.
that's before he gets the Octarine. When he gets Octarine, it's a 6-second cooldown. You can basically plop them out.
Radiant
Shiva's guard?
Yeah, finishes the Shivas. Octarine's next in his queue as battle for the runes.
Every coin
For the
helps.
effort.
VP still got the one on the bottom. And Pasha grabs both of the ones on top. Are they trying to get Weehard? Hang on. Oh, that was Pasha.
Bonus gold for the trap again. Weeha pushing out mid. Seems to have a pretty good read on where VP's heroes are. Obviously knowing that the dead Dark Willow will probably make them wait for a bit. He's going to TP up. Do they have a smoke here?
Radiant's middle
This could be an
tower is
interesting
under
time for
attack.
VP to smoke up across and look for the top tier 2 tower. When you look at the map right now, it's the best objective for them to claim. They have a lot of vision on the bottom side, however, so they'd probably like to fight there. Oh, the mid tower is taking heavy damage, so Ramses on the job.
Yeah, he had to come back to defend it.
Radiant's
Void's
middle
wave clear
tower
so
is
bad.
under attack.
So slow. Finally got 2 siege creeps down.
And the creep wave still hitting the tower.
Yeah, he was thinking for a second he wanted to skip the next wave, but I think it got killed by TA traps, so we'll clean up here.
Yeah, Tavo's having a good time on bottom lane, forcing this in. Got some good money. Get him closer to finishing up the Vanguard, then we'll TP home.
Is he built Crimson now? It's a bit late, I think.
Is it going to be Crimson, or does he actually even think about going
Abyssal?
Abyssal?
Yeah, maybe Abyssal. It's probably Abyssal. I think this is too late for Crimson. Courier on the way.
Yeah, you at least have some extra sustain. Smoke is up. They were just out of range of the TA trap, as in no one was standing on top of it. But they need a good jump. Ether Lens from King RD does give him some good range before he comes into the fight. But Tavo has been the initiator for this team. Observer and Sentry's in a nice spot. Obviously, that doesn't help you with smoke. And no one's close enough to actually break the smoke.
Do want to correct myself from a moment ago, by the way. Just realized that I said there are plenty of vision for VP in the bottom area. That was 3 paiN wards, so it's getting late, apparently. So I definitely think VP will be focusing their efforts around top and mid. This bottom area is where paiN has been playing for a decent amount of time as well, and VP, you might as well control the sides of the map that you're in a better position on. So this mid wave is obviously super easy for TA to clean
They
up.
have a double damage rune.
Yep.
On no one. Of course, he'll battle the backdoor regeneration. He probably wants the creep wave, which is a little bit further away. So you'll have to wait some time. Fortification is not available for paiN Gaming, but the team is. They've just arrived. Pangolier is just nudging in the top. Tavo will come back to fight. And yeah, there it is. Swashbuckle. No one cops a lot of damage. And with the Gemini attack, they help burn through these defensive refraction charges pretty quickly.
It's a little 4 and feeble as well. It's pretty annoying. Even TA. You know, you have a lot of damage, so you still have damage. But
Yeah.
minus 120 is annoying for any hero.
So he's got 230. And okay, now he'll have over 300.
He basically
when Enfeeble wears off.
he loses all his base damage when he gets enfeebled, basically.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, he's got enough for the MKB. The parts coming out in the courier. Now, once they take this bottom tier 2 tower, probably bounce over,
So they did
sell
end
the
up going
Aquila
bottom
and pick up the
after.
MKB.
It was the natural transition. They pushed out mid, wanted to pressure into the base, and the top wave of theirs just wasn't connecting. It's too far down. So they settled for the bottom tower at this point, and I don't know if VP can claim anything more right now, and I don't think they need to. They can do the rotation to the other side of the map now if they feel like. Now that bottom is taken care of, they can go for the top tower, or try to set a trap with a smoke. But it looks like a full-on disengage for now from Pasha. TP'd back, and he will start pushing out top. So
Yep.
the call has been made to start switching sides.
But that's why paiN Gaming come in. The call gets made, and paiN Gaming goes into a 4-man smoke. Alchemist, the only one not revealed, and they'll find a target as the Aegis does time out. Solo's in front of the pit, and Tavo starts the Rolling Thunder, bounces straight into him, bounces in again, misses the mark, has to bounce up, but then goes through 2 in the Fiend Script. It caught the Templar Assassin, but thanks to Roger's Terrorize, they all run back into the Bramble. Absolutely perfect from Roger, frees them out, but of course, when TA and Disruptor are already dead, does that really matter? It does not.
Great recovery there from Tavo, because he failed a little bit on the first jump, but he managed to follow up, get over. They get the full duration Fiend
They
Script.
see him. Concoction. It's going to follow Ramsey's down.
It's going to be fine.
They have that Dire Sentry ward in position. Another concoction now coming off cooldown. Ramsey go for another jump. But Alchemist is waiting for it. For 70 seconds, if they can force a buyback on the TA, maybe they can finally start to hit into her finances.
If they can set up a fight like that again for paiN, where Pangolier gets on top of the TA, gets to hit her with Rolling Boulder, or Rolling Thunder, sorry, then Yule hit again, and then fall down and hit again, and then Swashbuckle. He basically pierced all the layers of refraction with that and Fiend Script and killed them off. It was mainly Pango killing the TA, actually, and he's the position 3 in their team. So if everything connects like that and VP are not in position to save TA, that's big. That was such a huge gold swing. That was an 8,000 fight.
Yeah.
That one fight.
Look at the experience graph. Look at that one dive down. Everyone's coming up in levels.
Head back to the gold and look at that.
Yeah, it actually did the same dive.
It dove down to a paiN advantage.
This isn't even accurate right now. It's under 1,000. Now it's actually 1,000 advantage in the way of paiN. This has not crossed the line. Damn. Tia, obviously, she was 13 kills.
The kill on no one was super valuable. So Tavo got 1,400 gold that fight alone. That's Crimson. He did go Crimson.
Yep.
And now he's working on Aeon Disc. Now he changed his mind. He's going to go Greaves. So we'll go for the hybrid build with the offensive items in Maelstrom and the Yules, which is like a half defensive, half aggressive item, and then fall back for the Greaves plus Crimson for the team fight. Wants to tank up his team to stay alive against this TA and Void Burst. And they know that if they outlast the BKBs, their team fight afterwards is really, really strong. This got a lot more interesting. VP had this one by...
Tavo. He's ready for Pasha. Came underneath the Sentry Wall. They want to bounce it back over again with the Yules. I love how he just sits up in the air ready to bounce back down again, and he goes into the Dark Willow. Tavo is just the bounce king. Jumps in, can't get the stun or the damage to kill off Dark Willow, but they're looking for solo. Concoction's there for the stun and the heavy damage. A double kill for HFN and 2 heroes for VP that do not have buyback. Advantage is the bottom wave is pushing in nicely, so if no one wants to try and pressure this, maybe he can get paiN Gaming to retreat.
See if they get lucky with Roche. They did not. 1 minute respawn. So everybody will be alive. Would imagine paiN wants to take this mid-tier 2 tower and then take full control of the Roche area if they can. Get D-wards out, cover that part of the map, be patient, and play up there. Pangolier is so good in this area. This entire area is like Pango's favorite playground. The pit itself and this high ground area where we saw the fight before that they found TA with Pango. Because all the distances between the cliffs are just like pretty much perfect for him to reset the cooldown on the stun. And if paiN can get a fight there with their vision, they're in a great position. But they're actually leaving the area for now.
They're bringing the vision out now. There's 2 sentries and 1 observer ward for Duster. They don't have much more to work with, unfortunately for them. But Tavo had to deal with bottom. That was the bigger problem they had. It was just the momentum the TA put in place before.
And they moved their entire team across those. So now VP can actually gain Roshan control. They know where the dire side are, or they have a pretty good idea.
They're actually... It seems like they're trying to re-establish control of their own jungle area.
Yeah, Roche is the biggest objective of the game right now. Weehaw has, by the way...
so big.
He's queued up in Aghanims. I guess he wants to give it to Weaver.
That would be the best thing. That way they can actually have someone high ground and just time-lapse out the damage.
It's a classic pairing, Alchemist Weaver, with a time-lapse save for Alch, because he's such a hard kill. And then you kind of have to kill him twice.
Tavo.
Oh, yep.
Into Rolling Thunder, and it was a bait. That was a very quick blink away, so Tavo will have that on cooldown for a minute.
Went for a quick drive.
That's
VP saw that,
really
right?
problematic. Yeah, they definitely saw that. They blinked out of it, and they're going in for Roshan. That's so much damage. So TA ripping it apart. The Alchemist illusions are coming over, but it's all way too late. Bramble will create all the space in the world. The Swarm will come in too. The Bastion into Ramsey is making it difficult, but no one. He has the Aegis to the Immortal. The Shackles out in mid. They will not latch. And paiN Gaming, is this really what you want? And it is not. Time to back up.
Looks like Lincoln's is queued up for no one. Not. It's good against the Bane, but I feel like his bigger problem is actually that Pangolier. His teammates should be able to deal with the Bane. They have Glimpse, they have Chrono, they have Shackle Shot with Dagger, Terrorize. I'm not sure if he really needs this Lincoln's, but they will buy one on Void as well. So it looks like they're just trying to cover both of their cores. Wait, did he buy it? Did he buy an item?
The Faceless Void?
No, the TA. I thought no one had a lot of gold. Didn't he buy an item? Oh, he bought a moon shard. That's why. Okay.
Consumed. All right.
Consumed a shard. I was like, where
Yeah.
did his gold go?
Oh,
Void. Oh, he missed!
Oh, he misses! And then Tavo! Right through him! Disruptor's gone! You can go into the realm, but Tavo will go back and snatch you in. Ramses will go on the run. BKB is up, so he's got the protection. Potentially, they could have turned around. Ramses has the refresher shard, but after that, God, Tavo! Tavo!
Precious bounty.
He's played such an outstanding game.
We'll
I
take
think just all of the biggest plays from paiN really have come from this Pangolier. He loves this hero so much, and when they can grab it in a good game like this, he can put the team on his back. He still has a lot of room to grow as well.
There's another Aghanim Scepter about to be purchased. Weehar's got it queued up. Actually, has it purchased one yet?
That's the first one.
No, yeah, yes.
He'll get the one for Weaver. I don't know. The one thing I feel for paiN later on in this game, when we get to like very late game, if they do get there, is who is going to deal the massive physical damage in the end? Are they counting on Weaver to do it, or will Weeha get a physical damage item on his Alchemist? Or is he just going to be this aura bot that runs around, gives Aghanims, and stays alive?
See, personally, I'd just love to see the Pangolier kind of almost change into this.
He's queued up this utility build, though, so I don't
Yeah.
think they're planning on having Pango carry. And Weaver's going Scotty, and that means Weaver won't be doing the biggest damage either.
your debt.
Maybe he's also thinking about the kind of sustain. Like, as long as they can live through the Chronosphere, what else is
That's
left
a fair
for
point.
VP
That's
to
another
throw?
way of looking at it. You will win the extended fights, even if you don't burst anyone, but as long as you can force the BKBs and live,
Yeah.
that is very true. But late game, Void with Refresher Shard,
Yeah.
are you going to actually survive? It's
They're
tough.
coming in for the kill. Look for that blink concoction. Pasha is going to be on the receiving end, and he'll have to BKB.
Oh, they caught him.
They actually caught HFM, but Tavo, he's there again! Full heroes on the rolling thunder stun. Yulscepter up, he knocks Dark Willow up, and he's back in for the fight. Over to Assault with the Fiend's Grip on Ramses. He'll get the cheese off. He's back up and running, but in comes Weeha. Another concoction stun. They want no one. They need to kill off no one, but Ramses! Chrono's the back line. No one's still dying. The Aegis model will pop over on him, as that was the kill onto King RD, but Concoction back up again, and another Chronosphere to be there. Alchemist has been given a little bit more life, but will it be enough? He is standing his ground, but still gets brought down. It's Tavo who's really the main man of this fight. He is having a one-man war against everybody else inside of VP that wasn't around that Chrono.
They just want to fight against Aegis. Was that Aegis, cheese, and Refresher Shard, and
yes.
they won the fight without buying back anyone?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. The biggest problem for VP in this fight actually is the secondary chrono, where Ramses does catch, I believe it was the baiN +1? I don't remember exactly who got in the chrono, but he got the TA on the edge. That was the big problem. No one kind of got screwed over by the chrono of Ramses. Couldn't get the damage done, and he got killed off during it. These chronos, they need to be a little bit sharper. We've seen a miss from Ramses. Now we've seen one of them was pretty good. He got the two-man chrono, but the second one, I think it was actually Alchemist.
Yeah, Alchemist was... No, Alchemist was still outside of it. Alchemist was still fighting up against the TA.
So was it Weaver he got? Honestly, I don't even remember. That was true chaos, but it's more about the number of heroes. Disregard who it was in that chrono. First chrono gets 2 guys, but they got, I think, 1 kill out of that. The second chrono just did not work. Getting the TA in that, it was kind of almost worse than not casting it, the second chrono that he refreshed for. I was looking for it because I checked his mana and his shard, and I was like, okay, his second chrono, it's coming up, and, well, it was a letdown.
They need to find ways to get control. Whoops. Not ready to start just yet. Weehan double taps.
These paiN guys, they make some really entertaining games. It's like every game with paiN, you just don't know what you're going to get.
But you know what?
It's like a mixed bag of treats.
This is the way I kind of just want to watch the game now. We just sit on Tavo, like perspective cam.
That's going to get... You're going to get...
It's going to be real
You're going to get nausea.
Motion sickness.
You're going to get nausea from that.
I just love the way he does it. Like, he jumps in. It's like, oh, we can go on this guy. And then he Yulscepters instantly.
Yeah,
then comes down, hits the ground, and then stun, goes again.
He plays really fast. He reacts extremely quickly to the situations that arise. He just instantly rolling thunders and goes for it. It's making a very big difference in these fights. They got that really long lockdown. Actually, the start to the fight for Ramses, when they found the initial fight, Ramses still had, I think, 10-second cooldown on Chrono. And that's why he ended up getting Fiend Script and caught by Tavo with a counter jump. I think Ramses didn't actually realize he had cooldown on Chrono. The way he jumped in, it seemed like he was ready to go.
Oh, they're going to attempt this. Pasha's already prepping the wind run. He needs the extra help to come up from Roger to go for Tavo. And Tavo feels so cocky. He's running down to take the next... Okay, yeah, he looks so cocky. He's going for the next one. Shield Crush and then bounces out before Pasha even arrives. And they thought he went down. He went up. And now Tavo's like, all right, you thought you had me? You had nothing. And they're looking for Roger. You'll Scepter up. There's a secondary bounce. Bounce into the Shield Crush. And HFN, the Terrorize, will buy them the time to TP away to safety or just run it out.
Now all of VP's heroes are back alive, but this is starting to be a really big advantage now for paiN. What did Weeha buy? He must have got gold for another item, right?
Was there another Aghanim Scepter? Like you got one, does Chen, nope.
Not seeing one. Okay. Did you pull the shard or something? No. Okay, I guess it just didn't really make much money in the last 2 minutes.
Come on, Alchemist. Where's my dividends? Where's my return of investment?
Where's my car?
Sorry. I didn't invest into Synth-Coin. I don't get to own a car.
Synth-Coin. So, what's next on the docket here? Oh, it's just...
Yeah, it's just illusions. And the Cursed Crown as well, but you can hear the concoction. That one's a real one from Weeha. Ready to jump up. They have the information on Pasha.
Quick reaction.
Concoction will fly forward. So they'll clean up the wave and then just send a couple of illusions forward that will not achieve anything apart from helping to push in the mid.
No item queued up for Weeha. It's
Courier's coming at the moment for Duster.
It's going to tell us a lot what he queues up because I think the Aghanims that he can give now are not valuable enough. Like the baiN one is not that good. The Chen one is pretty decent actually. He could give Chen one and get some good creeps.
Just give the stats to Tavo.
Maybe he could give
Tavo, speaking of him, and he jumps, faces Void, another knockdown. The Centaur creep will get the stun, and Ramses uses the BKB. A full Terrorize, and Pangolier running unwillingly towards the north. That's a huge kill if they can take Tavo. He looks to bounce up, has to use the Swashbuckle because the Shield Crush didn't get him up. But Hand of God being burnt just to save him.
Trade-off of spells, the Terrorize as well, and the Void BKB. Now down to 5 seconds.
Not made in China. We need to get that momentum back in the lanes. So HF.
We have bot travels. He's going to start concentrating a bit more on getting waves pushed out so they can look to find pickoffs, I think. That's the idea here. Actually looking for one top. Solo's not ready for this.
Yeah, they concoct him forward. He'll glimpse it back out. The damage output. He tried to glimpse.
BKB.
Yep. You almost don't notice it when he's that big.
It's a kill. It's not the biggest kill in the world, but something. He's going to be able to push this wave out nice and far.
Tava's getting so much money. He's going for a Mjolnir. So we'll add Disco Rolling Thunder. No TA trap for you.
Do you go Refresher Shard on this hero in the end? I feel like you do.
For Pangolier to get the double Rolling Thunder?
I think you do, actually.
Invisibility.
He went for the Swashbuckle cooldown. It's just... if he gets a Refresher Shard, that would be amazing for paiN. If they can get a Rosh and a Shard for this guy.
Yeah.
But it feels like when he's in Rolling Thunder, that's when they're really in control in the fights.
Unless he just turns this into a full Swashbuckle spam and realizes that he needs the damage output.
Yeah, I still would like to see that just come from the Weaver with a Moonshard from Alchemist, and Weaver just buys 1 or 2 damage items. MKB is about to be complete if he wants to not have the gold for buyback.
Yeah, he still needs 30 gold before he has buyback. And that's a dangerous proposition against Virtus.pro. One fight goes wrong, and then all of a sudden, no buyback available. Still haven't taken out these tier 3 towers yet, so no attacks onto shrines possible. And Alchemist is trying to stop Ramses from pushing in the top lane. There's too many lanes to keep track of. That's why, as you said before, the BTs for Weeha. Doesn't see Ramses. He'll stun himself. Actually triggers the Lincolns on Ramses. Is that even intentional?
Why does that work?
He doesn't even see him. That shouldn't have worked, right? That's an AoE click. How did he trigger the Lincolns?
I don't think that should work.
HF, he found no one. Starts the attack, able to get the Weaver bugs onto him, slows him down with the Skadi, but thanks to Refraction, He does not have his Blink Dagger put on cooldown. Double TP's coming in as the Chronosphere, but Nightmare. They couldn't instantly kill off Dustin, so Ramses burns to BKB. And then Hand of God. How much life did he instantly get from this? And Rolling Thunder, he's on the staircase. Ramses dies! It's paiN Gaming who take it. Ramses says, I do not agree with this. Money, give me a second chance. paiN, he's caught in the trees, shackled up. Support is coming in, a Nightmare, as Wind Ranger actually blinked away. paiN Gaming still haven't lost anyone yet, but they take everything from Virtus.pro, pushing them back in. Solo caught out in the middle of the open.
They have buybacks here, but this is going to be really expensive. They already used the buyback on Void.
They don't have Chronosphere.
No Chrono, yeah.
Like, without Chrono, how do you even take this fight? Pasha's trying to intercept the creep wave at the moment, but they're losing their tier 3 tower. They have a creep wave still with them, paiN Gaming, as Tavo jumps in with a swashbuckle. Remember, low cooldown, he'll come back again as they go on towards No One. He blinks away quickly. BKB for No One is still not back up again yet, as the rotation of paiN comes to mid.
Well, what's the call? Are they going to just hold these buybacks and lose 2 lanes?
Oh, there goes the concoction once again. Shackle is nice. There's the buyback from Disruptor. He still doesn't have that ultimate for 5 seconds, and it will be up. Weeha, the man on the front lines, now joined by Tavo. Concoction, stunned. They're chaining it perfectly onto the Faceless Void. Ramses needs to die, but they haven't got him yet, or maybe they do. Tavo in so deep. The bash, the stun. They can't control him, however, and No One needs to run away. Too much slow. The Skadi's doing work. Buyback is there for TA. No One has to be back in this game as Roger looks for the Bramble, able to get the root onto King RD. Any kill will be a kill. Even the Psyblaze build damage was almost enough to kill him, but now the time lapse, it comes in from the Weaver. It will not be enough to save the baiN, but this mid racks 115 HP regenerating. It will be able to survive. The top was not so lucky, but the TPs are coming north. VP do not want to give this up just yet. Pasha into the Invis win run. The paiN Gaming have left, and they'll look towards Roshan.
That was the most expensive hold. That cost them, how much gold was that? Like 10K?
I'm looking at a creation of the Grand Canyon.
I think they paid 10,000 gold to defend their mid-racks, basically. And now, if they don't get this Roche, if this Roche goes the way of paiN, I think the game is almost over. Like, they have to get an Aegis and Cheese, and especially the Refresher Shard onto Ramses. The Chronos just aren't there. paiN Gaming's positioning is too good. They have saves.
Well, you see where paiN Gaming have gone. Ramses has a double damage rune. We have another Aghanim Scepter.
It's going to Chen.
It did go towards Chen. So, bring in the Ancients. He's got an Ancient Prowler. Ramses, get the hell out of there.
Bugs on Roger. He doesn't have buyback.
Yep, he can't get out of this one. Concoction stun, however, Alchemist couldn't target it, so Roger has a little bit of time, tries to terrorize, can't get it done. One small thing is Solo sells everything he has by Tranquil Boost and picks up an Aghanim Scepter. So you'll have a big ultimate from Solo. It has to count, and Roshan's the place to make it so. He doesn't even have money to actually have a TP scroll to get out there. He has to walk it out, get the Chrono, follow up ultimate. This is it, all or nothing. Ramses captures out 3. Now Solo land the ultimate, land the combination. They can't use any abilities. It's buying time for No One to attack, but no! King RD grabs him on the back lines. HFN will still die. Pasha does the work. Time dilation. They actually buy back and timelines HFN back into the engagement. They want the Roshan because Faceless Void is down. If they can pick up No One, that'll be the biggest one for them. Wind Ranger, she's got buyback, but it's No One. He's the critical one. Still enfeebled up. Divine Rapier is on this Templar Assassin, and Tavo trying to go for the chase. Can't buckle over. Solo, he's hidden for the moment. The King RD's on the hunt. What they really want is No One. They need that Divine Rapier. That 566 plus damage on the TA needs to belong to paiN to win this game all out. And HFN sees him.
He's going to go for the top range racks for now. It's easy clear up. 80 seconds on Void. They have absolutely no way of taking this fight without Chrono, but they're going to have to. Like, what are you supposed to do?
You fight. You fight or you die. Maybe they can fight against Megas. That's one way to do it, but still, it won't matter. 74 seconds is the time limit for it. They don't have buybacks.
They need static. They need static. They have to wait for Solo to get static.
Wait for it. Wait for it. It's up. The shackle is perfect. Solo will get the static storm, locking in the Alchemist. He tries to run out thanks to the terrorize, and Alchemist will fall. He can buy back, and that's exactly what happens. Beating in towards the mid lane. You have the return of Weeha. You'll Scepter up. Concoction's done, and this is the death of No One. It should be the GG call out now. He cannot come back. The Rapier is lost, and paiN Gaming get a draw against Virtus.pro. It means so much in such a tight group.
This is the best game I cast all tournament. That was super good. Both teams played really, really well. I think the standout performer in this game for me, definitely Tavo on the Pangolier. So many good moments, but every